We got Nintendo teasing the Video Game Awards. Sony has a secret list of games that could have been on the PlayStation Classic. And Soulja Boy, Mr. Superman that hoe, has a video game console. What? Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? Alex Prime here, and today we're going to be talking about 3 news articles. We're going to be starting with the Game Awards, which is tonight, 5:30 Pacific time. I will be streaming it, so check that out later today. But Nintendo is actually hyping up the Game Awards in their tweet earlier. They wrote, hashtag the Game Awards are almost here. Make sure to tune in to watch it all live before the launch of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So yeah, Nintendo's not really in too many of the award categories this year. They didn't have any super huge games, but they do have Octopath Traveler as one of their exclusives for RPG of the year. But they're telling you to tune in, so that leads us to believe that they're gonna have some special announcements. Jeff Keighley said there will be 10 game announcements at the Game Awards show, so Nintendo's probably in those 10 games. Now, personally, I think it's the Metroid Prime trilogy. There's been leaks of it. It's been rumored for quite a while, so that's probably what the game is. And if that's the one, that's really cool. I'm just tuning in to watch some Bayonetta 3 because I think we're going to see some gameplay at the Game Awards. But either way, it's going to be a fun night, and Nintendo is most likely going to have some surprises for us. Remember last year, they dropped Breath of the Wild DLC that was at the Game Awards, and then we got to play it directly after. So maybe we'll see something about Smash Brothers. Maybe we'll see some Metroid Prime trilogy coming over to the Switch. That seems the most likely, and some, of course, Bayonetta 3 gameplay. That's what I am looking forward to. But yeah, tune in, Game Awards. It's going to be a fun night, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I'm going to go pick up Smash Brothers right after that, or tomorrow morning. I haven't decided where I'm going to go. But yes, we're going to be playing Smash Brothers as well. Don't worry about that. We're going to hold in tournaments. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. So look forward to that. But let's move on to the PlayStation Classic, which has not seen much positive news at all, especially since it's actually released now. We've seen all the videos from like Spawnwave, RGT85, Review Tech USA, Dreamcast Guy, all these dudes got their hands on it, and the general consensus is it's trash. It is a garbage product. Sony rushed this product. Sony did a terrible job with this product to get it out to the holiday season to make a quick buck. It's pretty sad. It's unfortunate they didn't decide to do a good job and give us a product that we would actually enjoy. But it gets even worse, as we have found out, as people have taken apart this thing and data mined and whatever they do with their crazy technology nonsense. They have found out that the PlayStation Classic has an extra 36 games that were listed on the device, which were not actually like loaded onto it, but there was a list of games, 36 games, which did not make the final cut. And the list is a lot better than the games we actually got. Here's a few of them, some of the good ones here. There's of course Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2, Driver, Fighting Force, Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto 2, Harry Potter, whatever, Clona. That's an awesome game. Soul Reaper, Mega Man Legends. Of course, that should have been on it. Parappa the Rappa. How that didn't make it on, I'll never know. Ridge Racer, Silent Hill, Tomb Raider. Again, missing Tomb Raider from the actual release, which is ridiculous. Tomb Raider 2, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And the list goes on and on. There's 36 games, guys, that were listed here that didn't make the cut, and we don't know the reasons. Of course, it could have been things like maybe they couldn't get the licensing in time for the release. That seems the most likely. Maybe it cost too much to get the licensing, or maybe they just couldn't get the licensing, period. But either way, the list of games that we ended up getting on the PlayStation Classic, half of them are okay, half of them are trash, and this list could have filled that out a lot better if Sony had done the due diligence to get the games. But unfortunately, that is not how it went down, and we got a mediocre product. And you know the rest. They didn't even make their own UI. They're using an open source emulator. Some of the games are the PAL version, so they don't even run at 60 FPS. They run at 50, and it's all janky and weird. Terrible. That's a garbage product. Just don't buy this thing. Unless Sony revises it and fixes it, guys. Seems like a waste of money. But let's move on from that trash. So we talked about the Game Awards, Nintendo teasing that. That's exciting. We talked about PlayStation Classic. That's pretty cool. To not buy one. And so now the last piece of news is Soulja Boy. Now this is funny. Okay, Soulja Boy, you know, the rapper. He did that. The only song I know from him is like Superman, that ho, whatever. That was years ago. I don't know if he still makes music, but apparently he's an avid gamer. He was on Xbox Live or something recently, but he wants to be a bit of an entrepreneur. Can't hate on him for that. But the product that he has brought out is it's not great. So there's two products. There's one is called the Soulja Boy Console, which he sells on his website called Soulja Watch. It looks strangely familiar. It looks like another console that nobody wants. It says here it runs Linux 3.0 OS. You'll see a picture of the console somewhere. Has pre-installed 800 games. Supports PS1 arcade games, GBA, Sega games, NES games, GBC, a whole bunch of games. And it has a 1 teraflop card and max supports TF card, my bad, and a max of 32 gigabytes. Sounds alright. It's a little emulation box. 800 games preloaded. Pretty interesting. He sells this for $200. He also has a handheld version, and that one costs $199, but it's no, that one costs $149, and that one is also sold through his website. Same idea. It looks like what the result would be if you phoned a guy in China and said, "Here, listen up, buddy. I need you to make me a console real quick." And then you try to describe the Switch to him. All right, listen. There's a screen in the middle, some buttons on the side, some buttons on the other side, some buttons on the top. Make it happen. And then you end up with the Soulja Boy handheld console. It's not great. That one, they claim, I don't know. Okay, it claims it can play Switch games and Vita games and Game Boy games and all this other stuff. I personally find it hard to believe this thing plays Switch games, but we'll see. I'm sure Sean and Spawnwave and these dudes will get one and show us how bad it is. But it turns out these same products can be purchased at another website called AliExpress, which is like basically the Chinese version of Amazon, and you can get the same products that he's selling for less money. So it seems, I'm not saying he is doing this, it seems like what's happening is he is buying the products from AliExpress, importing them to the US, rebranding them as his own, and selling them for a little bit more money, which isn't a terrible thing to do. But the problem is he could get sued for this because it does have Nintendo titles and he's selling it out of North America. So that's gonna be problematic for him because we know Nintendo is they're really going after people that are selling emulation games. We talked about this earlier. They sued that couple that runs an emulation site for $12 million, and that was just a little old married couple. So who knows what they're gonna do to this guy? Because this guy is a rapper with I would imagine he has a lot of money. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Does he still make money? But Nintendo's most likely gonna sue this guy, and they're probably gonna make a lot of money off him. So this seems like a poor choice. He probably should have not had Nintendo titles on this, because I don't think the other companies really care too much, but Nintendo definitely cares. So they're probably going to come after him for this, so that's unfortunate. I think the only way AliExpress gets away with this is because they're based in China, so the rules of North America do not apply to China, so Nintendo really can't do much about that. But he's selling the products out of the US, so that could be a problem for him. So yeah, if you want a AliExpress knockoff of a knockoff console preloaded with a bunch of emulated games, you could go buy it from him for more money, or you could buy it from AliExpress. It's up to you. If you're a die-hard Soulja Boy fan, or what are his fans called? Soldiers, I would imagine. If you're a hardcore Soulja, then maybe you want to spend a little more and support your favorite rapper if he has fans that are or like that. Otherwise, you can you can just get it from AliExpress, or it is what it is. But it's funny. It's funny. I don't want to knock the guy for trying to be an entrepreneur. That's a noble act. But I would imagine whoever told him to do this, one of his PR people or whatever, probably saw an opportunity. It's like, hey, we can buy this, import it, sell it for more. Your fans will love it. They probably didn't think it through because he's probably going to get sued over this. So we'll see how it plays out. This thing just launched. So we'll see over the coming weeks if any lawsuits happen. And yeah, if it does, we'll talk about it. And we'll have a laugh. We'll have a good time. But that's it, guys. We talked about a couple interesting things here. Make sure to hit that like button. Come on. Even if you didn't like the video, just hit the dislike button then. It'll help. YouTube don't give a shit. YouTube don't care. You like it, you dislike it. It's all the same to YouTube. Whatever. Don't matter to me. But let's talk about it in the comment section. What did you find the most interesting? Soulja Boy giving up the rap career and selling you emulated consoles, or Nintendo gonna be at the Video Game Awards. What do you want to see from Nintendo at the Video Game Awards? And Sony selling us a very, very crappy product. Just trash. But yeah, let's talk about it. Comment section below. I will see you next time. This is Alex Prime. I hope you had a great time. Bye.